actually saw it from Dave LaGreca, the one who created Busted Open, and he has this long, I don't know, almost 9-minute rant.
Yeah, it was like 8:45 or something.
Yeah, a 9-minute rant about The Rock's newest tweet, and he sums it up, and I guess this is a Bully Ray thing, that The Rock is going for the hug. He's trying to get the hug. And Dave was talking about how he has an issue with that. And I echo everything that Dave LaGreca says in this video. And the reason is we saw The Rock return, after 6 months because he has been gone since Mania. We saw him return at the end of Bad Blood. Got a bit of a pop. I would not say it was the best pop because it kind of fizzled out because, of course, a lot of people are like, you're still a heel. Like, we don't want to see you.
Well, yeah, we're waiting for him to do something.
Yeah. Well, and then you also have babyface Roman Reigns in the ring and babyface Cody Rhodes in the ring.
Super babyface Cody Rhodes.
With the Bloodline 2.0, right? So it's like, they're not going to cheer for you, bro, because you're still on the bad side. And he looked genuinely pissed that he did not get this ovation that he was probably hoping for. And he then, does whatever the 3-2-1 or whatever the hell he was doing, goes in the back, cuts like an 8-minute promo that he puts on Instagram. And so very much in the final boss era of his character. But then he gets on Twitter today and is talking about how the ovation was so amazing and he could feel the mana from the fans and like he can't wait to see them again in the future, just like being like super lovey-dovey. And then you're sitting there as like a fan being like, what the hell? Like, what? And it's a tricky line because it's not like expecting him to be in kayfabe. Obviously, he spends more of his time outside of professional wrestling than he does inside WWE. However, when you are discussing WWE on social media, why are you acting like they love you right now? 90% of the WWE audience doesn't like you right now, and that's a good thing. The final boss character, evolution was some of the best work that he has ever done in his WWE career. So to not fully embrace that is weird. And that's like what Dave was saying. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why are you not taking advantage of this massive heat that you have right now that led to the biggest WrestleMania? You were a huge part of the biggest, most selling, most watched WrestleMania of all time. You're probably going to have a WrestleMania 41 match too. Why are you not embracing this time in your life in WWE and instead chasing the hug, as he said? Like, you want the fans to love you. To me, it's just the epitome of exactly why he didn't want to do that in the first place. He wanted to be the babyface against Roman at WrestleMania 40 because he doesn't like the fans not cheering for him.
He doesn't.
And it's just kind of unfortunate because it feels like this. Just go with the fact that they hate you. It's actually because Dave says in the video too, in the documentary, The Rock tries to downplay how much of the WWE universe actually didn't want to see him versus Roman and did want to see
entire.
Yeah, he was trying to make it seem like there was only a small percentage of the audience that actually wanted to see Cody versus Roman, and it's like, that's not true. You can't gaslight us into believing that. If you watched every single episode of Raw and SmackDown during that period, we could hear the boos, bro. Anytime your name was mentioned, they just booed you when Seth Rollins mentioned you on Raw. So like, embrace that because it's really hard to get that kind of heat in wrestling now. And it's like, just keep doing what you're doing because clearly it was working. And so if you haven't watched it, go watch it because like I said, I agree with everything he's saying. And I would like to see The Rock change his mindset on this a bit and just like go full blown heel. Just like keep sticking to that. You don't have to do it 24/7, like I said, because he's an actor and he's got other stuff going on. But if you're going to talk about WWE, be in that character. It's not that hard because you're barely around right now. So
I don't understand why he didn't go full final boss and call out the people call out the people, not be
Mhm.
with the people. Like, it really shows that, yes, he's in the business, has a love for it, but he's losing his touch a little bit. He's losing his fingers coming off the pulse just a wee bit.
I think part of it is because when you look at the timing of his return earlier this year, it was coming off the heels of a movie that didn't do as well as they thought it was going to be. The WWE was the hottest it has been in like 20 years, you know, and he wanted to take advantage of that because we know that Vince had been begging him to come back and do another WrestleMania for years. And he said, no, 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 every time. There's a reason why he said that he wanted to come back for WrestleMania 40. It wasn't just because it was WrestleMania 40. It could have been WrestleMania 47, no, you know, or whatever. It could have been a random number. He would have wanted to come back because of how hot it was right now. But he wanted to come in and do what he wanted to do, regardless of how the fans reacted. But Triple H very much dictates a lot of what he does on screen based on how the fans react. And the fact that he didn't want to do that despite being booed out of the building is bonkers. Like, just take advantage of this moment because there are plenty of guys on WWE Raw or on SmackDown that would kill to get a smidge of that type of reaction as a bad guy. The only one who really gets it is Dominic Mysterio, and even then, it's like it's just like a thing now with him
Well,
to just boo him.
that's your stick, yeah, like,
Yeah,
you just do that.
but there are like no other heels that get even, like I said, a fraction of that type of reaction. So it's unfortunate, but I'm hoping that maybe he'll see like, okay, no, I need to step into this a little bit better. I need to take advantage of this because it could be massive for him to go against Cody
Could
or
be
against Roman
nice.
at Mania 41 as the heel too.
Well, that's